This is a video on how to fix a thumb wheel on a John Deere 318D skid steer. What happened here is this thumb wheel, which you can pull this switch out with just taking a little knife blade and sticking it up underneath the edge right here, and then pop it up on each side, pop it up on the front side, pop it up on the back side. Looks like this when you get underneath these edges right here. You can see all you got to do is pop that little guy loose, and you can get this switch up. And when you get that switch up, it's got 4 little wires on the back of it. It's possible you could get another switch if you could find one and just solder it in. What happened on this one, you can see I pulled the switch apart. I just took these little edges and plopped it up over the edge, but this is a magnet right here that rotates back and forth in there. And that magnet got water or something in there and caused it to break, and it's in a million pieces now. You can see all the little pieces over on the one side. It would work on the one side here, but the other side it wouldn't work. So in a bind, if you really needed to move your hydraulics, you could take a little magnet and put it on one side over here by this spring or over by this spring and get those hydraulics to move. So what I have to do here is to take these screws out, which I've already done, and then this handle will just slide right off, and you can see the wire goes down into the pipe back here, and that pipe comes out the back here, and there's a connector right there. I've already taken this connector loose. Let you look at it here. Let you look at the wiring. It's got 5 wires on the one side here and 1 wire on the other side. This one doesn't have any extra on it. It's just the auxiliary hydraulics connector. Here's the other one. So when you take this connector apart, you got to push these pins down. Okay, push them down, and then push it down like that, and then this top piece will slide right out. Not very easily, but it will slide right, it will come out. You may have to get some channel locks on there and pry on it just a little bit, but don't break it. Alright, once you get your old one out, you're going to have to take the wires out of it. Now this comes from from the factory. The wires are already hooked in. Let me show you over here. I've already extracted the wires from this one. Here are the pins that go in. And to extract these, I made a little tool I found out online what I needed. I just took a little, some of that magnet coming off. I just took a little paint opener here, and made this little tool. Okay, and all you have to do is get inside here and get underneath that little edge right there and just pull this little wedge block straight out. When you pull that wedge block straight out, it's going to come out of the middle of this guy. It's going to come out of here. This piece fits in there like that. So when you get that wedge block out, you can see those little tabs down there that hold the pins in. Take a little bitty screwdriver, a little jeweler screwdriver, and push that tab over just a little bit, and then you can pull the pin straight out the back. So you got to do that on the new one. You got to take the connector off of the new one because they put it in there installed, and then you got to take the connector off the old one so you can slide it out. And I would advise writing down your pin colors, what color they are and what number they go to. You can see the numbers on the back here, so just write them down before you extract them. It'll be a little bit late afterwards. Here's a little helpful hint. They can tie you a string onto your wires before you pull them out, so that you have something to tie the new wires to pull them back through here. Because once it comes out the top up here, you'll have a string, and then you can tie that to your new wires and pull them back down the other direction. Okay, the new wires pulled through there, easy peasy, no problem. Got the new handle on here. You can see the wires coming out, coming down the back side. Still got my string attached to them, ready to go. Just wanted to show you this here. This here, you just gotta dink with it a little bit till you get it to pull back up over and back into that little groove right there. Go all the way around. It just slips on there, slip fit, just like this thing. Rubber guide, just a slip fit onto here also. My last tip on this is sometimes these wires can be hard to push in. If you can push the pin in as far as you can first before you start pushing on the back of the wire, that'll help a lot. And if you have a dental pick that you can just stick in the very back of the pin and push it down there a little bit, but make sure you hear it lock. You know, it actually makes 2 clicks and that it's locked in good. And don't forget to stick your wedge block back in there. That green wedge block must be in the middle to keep those from opening back up.